The Toyota Tacoma has owned the midsize pickup segment for 2 decades, outselling, out-reselling, and outlasting everything thrown at it. In 2026, that dominance faces its most serious threat yet. 7 trucks, new powertrains, and at least 2 contenders whose real-world numbers challenge the Tacoma in ways the spec sheets don't reveal. Some of these trucks are coasting on reputations their data no longer supports. Others are quietly winning categories nobody expected. In the most competitive midsize showdown ever, which pickup truly dominates and which one would I spend my own money on? In the late 1970s, Japanese compact trucks arrived in America as bare-bones, fuel-efficient tools for basic work. That utilitarian market shifted when Toyota introduced the Tacoma in 1995, reframing the small truck for outdoor recreation and daily driving. Competitors quickly followed. Chevrolet and GMC launched the Colorado and Canyon in 2004, followed by Honda's car-based unibody Ridgeline in 2005. By the time the Ford Ranger and Jeep Gladiator returned to North America in 2019, the entire category had changed. What began as a class of cheap, Spartan workhorses became a highly specialized breed of larger, more expensive machines. Today, these pickups serve a broad audience of commuters, families, contractors, and campers. To satisfy these diverse roles, manufacturers swapped traditional, naturally aspirated engines for turbocharged and electrified powertrains, while reshaping expectations with spacious crew cabins, advanced driver assistance, and aggressive factory-built off-road trims right off the showroom floor. Buyers no longer choose between everyday comfort and rugged capability. Modern engineering demands both. Every truck in this showdown chooses one of 2 structural paths. Most stick to traditional body-on-frame architecture, mounting a separate cab and bed onto a rigid steel ladder frame to maximize towing and off-road articulation. Honda's Ridgeline rejects this, using a unibody construction that integrates the frame and body to prioritize car-like pavement comfort and cabin space, even if it limits raw towing. On the body-on-frame side, each manufacturer targets a distinct buyer profile. The Toyota Tacoma serves as the established adventure traditionalist, leaning into its reputation for durability and high resale value while asking buyers to accept a firm, truck-like ride. The Ford Ranger positions itself as the work-oriented challenger, prioritizing straightforward capability over styling gimmicks. General Motors splits its corporate foundation into 2 distinct personalities. The Chevrolet Colorado aims for accessible blue-collar trail performance, while the GMC Canyon targets upscale, premium buyers with a higher price tag. The Nissan Frontier plays the role of the traditional V6-powered value player, delivering no-nonsense utility with a simpler interior. Finally, the Jeep Gladiator behaves as the open-air rebel, sacrificing highway quietness and cabin refinement for solid axles, a removable roof, and pure off-road theater. Each pickup has made its primary compromise. Toyota advertises a starting price of $32,545 for the entry-level Tacoma SR, but the real dealer listings begin closer to $33,840 once you add the mandatory destination charge of $1,595. If you want a crew cab, 4-wheel drive, or towing equipment, those options quickly push the transaction price past $40,000 before you even consider off-road upgrades. Under the hood, Toyota divides the lineup into 3 power levels. The base SR uses a detuned 2.4-liter turbo 4-cylinder, making 228 horsepower and 243 pound-feet of torque. Higher trims unlock the full-strength gas engine with 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet. Enthusiasts can still opt for a 6-speed manual, but it carries a steep economy penalty, dropping EPA ratings to 18 city, 23 highway, and 20 combined. Choosing the standard 8-speed automatic 4-wheel drive yields a more respectable 21 city, 26 highway, and 23 combined. The peak powertrain is the iForce Max Hybrid, delivering 326 horsepower and a class-leading 465 pound-feet of torque. But do not buy the hybrid expecting fuel savings. The EPA rates the hybrid 4-wheel drive at 22 city, 24 highway, and 23 combined, meaning it matches the standard gas model's combined average. These are controlled EPA ratings. Real-world highway driving under load will decrease these figures. You are paying a premium purely for low-end electric torque, and that heavy battery pack action
outside of Toyota, 2026 data is sparse. Ford's Ranger lists a provisional starting price of $35,445 with a 2.3-liter turbo. For the Colorado, Canyon, Frontier, Ridgeline, and Gladiator, 2026 prices and engine availability remain unverified. Even the Colorado's official powertrain descriptions suffer from unresolved manufacturer contradictions, making direct cross-shopping a waiting game.
A truck's advertised maximum towing capacity is a marketing number, not a guarantee. The real limit lives on the driver's side door jamb sticker. The moment you add passengers, tongue weight, and gear, that maximum rating drops. For instance, the gasoline-powered Toyota Tacoma maxes out at a verified 6,500 pounds, while the heavier iForce Max Hybrid drops to 6,000 pounds due to its battery mass. Tacoma's payload ceiling sits between 1,705 and 1,710 pounds. Contrast those figures with the provisional 2026 claims of its rivals. The Ford Ranger lists 7,500 pounds of towing and a 1,788-pound payload. The Chevrolet Colorado, GMC Canyon, and Jeep Gladiator claim a segment-topping 7,700 pounds. The Nissan Frontier targets 7,150 pounds, while the unibody Honda Ridgeline sits at 5,000 pounds. A contractor demanding maximum work utility will feel limited by the Tacoma's conservative ratings, but a recreational buyer pulling a simple teardrop trailer will find its limits more than adequate. True trail capability comes down to physical hardware rather than marketing slogans. Off-road instructors point out that while the Jeep Gladiator's solid front axle and class-leading articulation dominate slow-speed rock crawling, it demands serious compromises in everyday highway refinement. Toyota takes a different route with the Tacoma TRD Off-Road and TRD Pro. Rather than relying on rigid axles, it uses Bilstein shocks, electronic locking differentials, multi-terrain select, crawl control, and heavy-duty underbody skid protection to build driver confidence through technology. This differs from General Motors' approach. The Colorado ZR2 and GMC Canyon AT4X utilize advanced spool valve dampers to deliver incredible high-speed trail damping without sacrificing daily pavement comfort, while the Ford Ranger's FX4 package provides a more traditional, work-first off-road setup. A buyer must choose between the analog open-air theater of the Gladiator, the high-speed suspension of the GM twins, or the reliable tech-assisted trail companion of the Tacoma. The real test of a mid-size truck happens during the morning commute, negotiating potholed asphalt, heavy traffic, and tight parking spaces. The unibody Honda Ridgeline behaves as a road-focused alternative, riding like a crossover with a quiet cabin and cooperative steering. By contrast, body-on-frame competitors demand clear trade-offs. The Jeep Gladiator, with its solid front axle, feels busy on rough highway stretches, requiring constant steering corrections while wind rushes past its vertical glass. Toyota's Tacoma offers a firm, communicative ride that keeps the driver connected to the pavement, though some families will find it stiff over expansion joints. General Motors takes a different path with the Chevrolet Colorado and GMC Canyon. Their cabin insulation limits tire hum, and the Canyon uses specialized dampers to round off sharp bumps, creating a quiet highway ride. Inside the cabins, the battle of screens versus buttons is immediately apparent. General Motors balances large touchscreens with physical climate switches and volume knobs, while the GMC Canyon adds upscale touches like leather-trimmed dash panels. The Tacoma interior relies on chunky, easy-to-grab physical switches that can be operated with gloves, though its high cabin floor limits overall headroom. Cabin choice determines daily family utility. Toyota's Extra Cab deletes the rear seat entirely to maximize bed length, transforming the rear cabin into a secure two-passenger cargo locker. Buyers needing to carry passengers must opt for the double cab, but the rear legroom remains tight for tall adults, and installing a rear-facing child seat requires
sliding the front passenger seat forward. The Ridgeline offers the most generous rear cabin space, easily accepting passenger loads. At the back, bed design separates daily utility. The Ridgeline features a dual-action tailgate that swings open like a door, allowing easy access to a lockable waterproof trunk hidden under the bed floor. Traditional trucks rely on conventional tailgates, though the GMC Canyon features built-in tailgate storage, and the Ford Ranger integrates side steps into the bumper to simplify reaching over the bedsides.
Toyota backs the 2026 Tacoma with a standard 3-year or 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, paired with a 5-year or 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. This coverage offers financial risk protection, but it is not a guarantee of trouble-free ownership. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration lists 0 active recalls for the 2026 Tacoma, though a previous label recall designated 26V179 did cover certain 2024 and 2025 models. No official technical service bulletins exist for the 2026 Tacoma yet. For the Ranger, Colorado, Canyon, Frontier, Ridgeline, and Gladiator, official 2026 manufacturer order guides, EPA listings, and federal safety records remain missing from current data, leaving their comparisons unresolved. Past the initial sticker price, stepping up to a premium trim increases upfront costs, while fuel, insurance, and routine maintenance dictate long-term expenditures. Historically, the Tacoma retains its value better than any competitor, losing roughly 35% of its price over 5 years, while the Jeep Gladiator suffers much steeper depreciation. Independent truck mechanics warn that these newer, highly strung turbocharged 4-cylinders place greater thermal stress on components and restrict engine bay access compared to older V6 configurations. This mechanical shift tests the segment's core brand narratives. Nissan positions the Frontier as a value play, and Honda markets the Ridgeline on road manners and unibody practicality. Ford and GM advertise advanced trail tech and high-towing numbers, while Toyota leans on its legacy of durability. Online, Tacoma owners post anecdotal complaints about hood scoop adhesive on older models, but most expect their trucks to deliver the same reliable service that built the badge's reputation. Matching a midsize truck to buyer needs requires separating marketing hype from actual owner consequences. For road-focused comfort and family duty, the Honda Ridgeline holds a provisional lead, offering superior cabin storage and easy rear seat access. However, this recommendation carries a clear confidence warning, as Honda has yet to release official 2026 data. For heavy-duty tasks, the Chevrolet Colorado provisionally claims the towing crown, though the Ford Ranger remains the superior choice for payload-oriented work sites. If the destination lies off the pavement, the Jeep Gladiator dominates slow-speed rock crawling. For a more balanced trail and highway companion, the Toyota Tacoma serves as the smarter, verified alternative. When long-term ownership costs dictate the purchase decision, the Tacoma stands as the undisputed leader. It claims the reliability mission with high confidence, backed by complete 2026 documentation and an inherited legacy of durability. The Tacoma Hybrid also wins the fuel economy mission as the only fully EPA-documented electrified candidate in this entire lineup, though its class-leading status remains unverified until rivals publish official numbers. Budget-conscious buyers should look to the Nissan Frontier or Chevrolet Colorado, though both remain provisional value candidates until final transactional pricing is verified. If buyers want a luxury experience, the GMC Canyon wins the premium mission, but only if physical cabin improvements justify a steep price increase. While category specialists can easily win a single mission, they often lose overall ownership value. The Tacoma's verified consistency across every test makes it the safest bet, while its unverified rivals await final judgment. The Jeep Gladiator lands in 7th. While it remains an unmatched tool for slow-speed rock crawling and open-air adventure, its stiff, solid axle ride, noisy highway cabin, and rapid depreciation make it a tough pill to swallow for daily family duties. 6th belongs to the GMC Canyon. It offers a premium cabin and impressive trail hardware, but the steep price premium GMC demands over its mechanically identical Chevrolet sibling is difficult to justify when both share the same frame and engine. The Nissan Frontier takes 5th. Its naturally aspirated V6 and straightforward cabin provide honest, traditional value, but it lacks the daily riding refinement,
modern interior technology, and fuel efficiency of its newer turbocharged rivals. Fourth is the Honda Ridgeline. It is easily the most comfortable daily commuter here, featuring crossover-like pavement manners and highly practical secure bed storage. However, its 5,000-pound towing limit narrows its utility for buyers who actually need a traditional workhorse. The Chevrolet Colorado secures third. It delivers a great balance of high torque capability and accessible pricing, though its final placement remains conditional on complete 2026 production year data. And second is the Ford Ranger. It is a highly capable work-first machine with excellent payload and towing ratings, yet provisional data constraints and early cooling system recalls prevent it from claiming the top spot today. The Toyota Tacoma takes the #1 spot. It delivers the most versatile, well-rounded, and fully verified package on the market, backed by complete safety documentation and an unmatched reputation for holding its resale value. Keep in mind, this order reflects current evidence, because 6 rivals have yet to publish finalized 2026 EPA and NHTSA safety documentation. These spots are subject to change once official figures are complete. If I were spending my own money, I would skip the $64,000 TRD Pro or Trail Hunter Halo trims. Instead, I would choose a Tacoma double cab TRD off-road with the standard automatic I-Force gasoline engine. This specific configuration matches the actual daily mission of most buyers, delivering Bilstein shocks, a locking rear differential, active safety systems, and strong fuel economy without the extra cost, complexity, or weight of the heavy hybrid battery. That is where real-world capability meets ownership confidence.
Today, choosing a midsize truck is no longer about accepting compromise. It is about choosing your specific trade-offs. As high-tech powertrains and rising sticker prices redefine ownership, the gap between marketing hype and real-world durability has never been wider. The best pickup isn't the one with the flashiest screen, it's the one that still runs when the warranty ends. Which truck gets your money? Let me know below.